Hello everybody, welcome back to the KotLC Fanbase. My name is Austin and today I'm going to be bringing you guys another ship video. Today I'm going to be going over the ship which is Sokeefe, and I'm going to be explaining the reasons why people actually ship Sokeefe more than Sofitz. I posted a community post about 1 month ago which was basically telling me who do you guys ship with Sophie, Keefe, Fitz, or just being single, and out of 1,100 votes we have 77% choosing Sokeefe, and I had people comment down below why they chose what they chose. So today I'm going to be going over all of the reasons why Sokeefe was picked most. But before we get into all the amazing details and reasons about why Sokeefe is such a great ship, make sure to leave a like down below if you are a Sokeefe supporter. Also comment down below why do you guys ship Sokeefe. I would love to know and I would love to respond, and I would love to read all of your guys' comments about why you ship Sokeefe. And also guys, make sure you subscribe down below. We just hit 7,500 subscribers, so now we're on the road to 8,000 subscribers. Every one of you who clicks that subscribe button helps us out a lot. And remember guys, we have awesome merch links, Discord links, membership links, all in the description if you guys want to check that out. But let's jump straight into the video. So for this video I picked out a couple comments randomly about Sokeefe, so I'm just gonna go jump straight into the first one. This first one is by Sophia Tan, and this person says, "There is no need to ask Sokeefe for life. They just get on so well together, and what happened to Sofitz and Unlocked was just ... And anyway, they're very similar to each other, and the whole Sokeefe thing is just so sweet. And in book 8, it's like an overload of heartbreak." This is definitely a great response about why Sokeefe is so good. We can see that, you know, Sofitz is not even really a parent anymore. After they broke up, it's not really been the same. I think they're more friends now, and they're trying to just stay cognates just to help the Black Swan, but I don't really think Sofitz can get together, so that's a really great point. And also just how well they get together, you know, their similarities, everything like that. And then of course in book 8, there's definitely a lot of heartbreak in all of the Sokeefe shippers' hearts right now, because we know that Keefe may not return to the Elven world, where he's too afraid of, you know, imagining him hurting one of his friends with his new ability. So I definitely see that we may never see Keefe again, so definitely we really hope that he can come back and meet Sophie again, and hopefully Sophie can go out and search for him. But yeah, thank you for the response, Sophia. Let's get on to the next one. Alright, this next one is by the Doodlebug, and this person says, "I was conflicted between Sokeefe and Sofitz for a long time. After reading Unlocked, I finally turned Sokeefe because inside Keefe's perspective, I realized how much he cares for Sophie. He'd be willing to sacrifice so much more than Fitz would for her. Fitz and Keefe both have their flaws, but Fitz should have been more respectful of her boundaries and understanding of her situation. She can't share everything, and he has to accept that. As challenging as that may be, Keefe knows when to draw the line, and that's really impressive and healthy for a relationship. Fitz and Sophie would be unstable, as shown in Legacy. This is my reason for shipping Sokeefe." Wow, this is just basically the perfect response, perfect summary of the Sokeefe ship versus Sofitz ship. You can see through Unlocked so much about his perspective, where he cares so much for Sophie. He runs away just to make sure that she's safe. He doesn't really want to run away just to not see her anymore. It's so apparent that Keefe just really cares for Sophie through his perspective in Unlocked. He's even willing to sacrifice the elven life and, you know, live in solitude and miss out on all of his friends and miss out on Foxfire and miss out on all the opportunities he's been given as an elf just because he wants Sophie to be safe. This comment also outlines where Sophie needs to respect Fitz's boundaries, because that was definitely where one of the areas where they kind of argued, because Fitz really wanted to know who was Sophie's biological mother. He really wanted to help her out, find her parents, and she just didn't really want to do that. She didn't really want to tell Fitz. He kind of crossed the line. He kind of crossed the boundaries. So that's where I think that was one of the flaws of the Sofitz situation, where I think Keefe would have respected Sophie's boundaries, and that is one reason why Sofitz is kind of broken up after Legacy. So thank you so much, the Doodlebug. I really loved your response. Let's get into the next one. Alright, let's get straight into the next one. This person says, "I definitely ship Sokeefe. I know some people will disagree with me, but it's so obvious that Keefe likes Sophie more. I ship Sofitz at the start, but later in the books, Fitz just becomes a complete jerk. Like when Sophie told Keefe that she was unmatchable, Keefe comforted her and said no one would care. But when Fitz found out Sophie could never tell anyone who her biological mom is, he thought it was such a big deal, so he dumped her. Also, Sophie feels more comfortable with Keefe than Fitz. Like she was always worrying if Fitz would break up with her because of her unmatchable status, and was always nervous around him. Fitz also sometimes is really rude to Sophie and gets jealous of her since she spends so much time with Keefe, and it even hinted that Alden might have told Keefe to stay away from Sophie. I would rather Sophie remain single forever than she's getting back with Fitz. It's just really obvious that Keefe would be a better boyfriend to her because he would never get angry at her and he comforts her when she's sad." This is another comment where it says, "This person started out as Sofitz. and then shifted over to Sokeefe. And I really love that because I actually read a lot of comments, you know, every day. People talking about how they shift from Sofitz to Sokeefe. And it's kind of interesting to me how maybe it's been unlocked in the previous books, how people have been shifting over. Before Legacy, I feel like there was probably about a 50-50 divide of Sokeefe or Sofitz shippers, but a lot of people going over to the Sokeefe side. And this person really brings up a great point about the unmatchable status. Keefe really didn't care about if Sophie was unmatchable, and Fitz was just obnoxious about it, always really wanting to know, because he would never be able to be a bad match because he's a Vacker and his family has such a big legacy, where Keefe, he doesn't really care about his family. He doesn't care about being a match. He doesn't care about what other people think about him, you know? He doesn't care about if his family is in a bad name because he doesn't really have much family to go back to. And if he was with Sophie, he would only really have her. So Keefe really doesn't care about that, and which is why I really love Sokeefe. And of course, another big point about the comfortability factor, where Sophie has a great friendship with Keefe, and if that could blossom into, you know, a romantic relationship, it would be awesome. Because when Sophie and Fitz got together, she was always kind of being just super nervous around Fitz, where I feel like Sophie and Keefe are more comfortable towards each other and they don't have much pressure between them. And there's definitely another really great point where this person said, I would rather Sophie remain single forever than she getting back with Fitz, and that's 100% correct. I 100% agree with that. So single over Sofitz any day of the week. But thank you for your response. Let's get into the next one. Alright, this next one has so many great reasons in it. I had to include it in the video, and this will be the last one because it is a little bit longer, has a lot more reasons, and a lot more content in it. So let's jump straight into our last one. Alright, this person says, in Unlock, Sophie unconsciously goes into a rant about how Keefe is amazing, but his parents are keeping him from being the best version of himself. And Lord Cassius looks at her intently and says, interesting, followed by, should I tell him how you feel? I think he was referring to her having feelings for Keefe because Cassius is an empath. Reason 2, Fitz is maturing. Okay, I noticed something very cool. So in the earlier books, Fitz used to be jealous of Keefe and Sophie. At one point, Tam was like, you and Keefe are close, and Fitz responded, they are not that close. But in Unlocked, he himself admits that Sophie and Keefe are close, and even suggests they talk to each other. I definitely believe he's maturing a lot and accepting the fact that he can't have everything. Reason 3, Keefe imagining himself with Sophie's head on his shoulders. Plus his whole commentary art thing. There's something about Sophie in every single memory. It shows how much he cares about her, and the pick me not him OMG, stop being so cute. Reason 4, Sophie wishes Keefe was with her because she believes that he would support her. This is leading me to some way. She wishes Keefe was there, but more than that, she believes that he would have supported her decisions and ideas. She is well aware of the fact. Reason 5, Keefe says, I'll be around so much. You'll try to find ways to get rid of me. Team Foster Keefe is back and stronger than ever. That's a lot of foreshadowing. Reason 6, more like a prediction that Sophie's going to go through. You don't know how much you need a person until they're gone phase. Shannon would not add so much Sokeefe content just to put our hopes up for no reason. Thank you so much for the response. This was definitely a lot of great points in here. I love the point at the end where it said Shannon would not add so much Sokeefe content just for no reason, because I feel like she's been foreshadowing Sokeefe for so long, you know, just so much in the later books, where I really think in the next book, maybe something with Sokeefe happens in the next book, or if there's another book that are trying to lead up to Sokeefe for the end game of the book. But yeah, thank you so much for the responses, everyone who was in this video. Thank you so much. I love seeing everybody else's thoughts on Sokeefe. Me, Troy, and Joey have a lot of other thoughts about the ship Sokeefe you can see in our previous videos, but this is more about what, you know, the general people like about Sokeefe, and I think that a lot of people have a lot of thoughts in common, and a lot of people, you know, have been shifting over to Sokeefe as we can see in this video. But thank you guys so much. Let's head straight into the outro. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys find these Sokeefe reasons very beneficial, because I feel like all these reasons are really good and really showcase the Sokeefe ship. And remember guys, if you guys ship Sokeefe, make sure to drop a like down below. I want to see how many people actually ship Sokeefe. And remember, comment down below your guys' reasons for why you ship Sokeefe. I would love to know. I always read and reply to almost every comment that I have on the videos. And remember guys, subscribe down below. We are coming up on 8,000 subscribers. We're only about 500 away. So if you guys could help us out, that would be awesome. But yeah, check down the links in the below. Check out our merch, check out our Discord server. But that is it for today's video. I had so much fun making this video. I'll see you guys next week. Have a great rest of your day.